Cincinnati Bengals, you could have traded for Jameis Winston or Russell Wilson, and you trade for Joe Flacco? Joe Flacco? No. And now Shedeur's QB number 2. Make it make sense. So this is Anonymous T. And let's get it crack-a-lackin'. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. It is free to follow me. Free to follow me on this channel, Anonymous T. Free to follow me on my other channel, Anonymous T Podcast. There is new content over there. Follow me on the Tickety Talk at Anonymous T Podcast. Free to follow me on the Instagram. On the Instagram, he's at AnonymousRealityT. Free to share everywhere. Free to like the video so it gets out to the algorithm. Free to share with your family, your friends, and your foes, and coming or going, hit the like button. Child, we got to talk about a trade that was announced today, just moments ago, involving the Cleveland Browns, involving the Cincinnati Bengals of the AFC North, y'all. And I'm just confused. I am just confused because why didn't Cincinnati trade for Jameis Winston? Why didn't Cincinnati trade for Russell Wilson? Like, what are we doing? Browns to trade Joe Flacco to quarterback-needy Bengals. Jake Browning has struggled under center in Cincinnati, and the franchise has now acquired Joe Flacco to replace him in Joe Burrow's absence. No. The Bengals, amid a tumultuous offensive season in the absence of star quarterback Joe Burrow, have traded for Browns veteran backup Joe Flacco, according to a report from NFL Network's Ian Rappaport and Tom Pelissero. The Browns will send, sorry if I'm butchering your last name. The Browns will send Flacco and a 6th-round pick in exchange for a 5th-round pick. This seems like a perfect fit for Flacco and the Bengals. Cincinnati has struggled offensively the last few weeks, with Burrow on the shelf and Jake Browning taking over. In 3 starts, Browning has completed 64.5% of his throws for 757 yards and 6 touchdowns to 8 interceptions. The team has lost all 3 of Browning's starts. Sports Illustrated Albert Breer weighed in on the move, stressing how important it was for the Bengals to try their best to still be within playoff contention whenever Burrow is able to return. And basically the tweet said, every chance you have to get into the playoffs with somebody like Joe Burrow at quarterback is gold. And if so, Joe Flacco gives Cincinnati the shot to sneak into a depleted AFC bracket with Burrow back in the saddle, then the price here is steal. They just benched Joe Flacco in Cleveland. What are we talking about? Did you see Joe Flacco the last time he played for the child? Don't get me started. Do not get me started. As for Flacco, he was just benched in Cleveland. I know. Didn't I just say that? For rookie Dylan Gabriel. In 4 starts, Flacco had completed 58.1% of his throws for 815 yards and 2 touchdowns to 6 interceptions. However, the 40-year-old will have much better weapons at his disposal in Cincinnati as the team looks for an offensive spark to salvage what could otherwise be a lost season without Joe Burrow. Child. And then, what else? Let's go. It also says in another article, it says the following really quickly. It says on USA Today, the Joe Flacco trade is best news for Shedeur Sanders. It is not the QB trade some fans want from the Cleveland Browns, but it's something good for Shedeur Sanders after his silent words to reporters. The Browns are dealing Joe Flacco to the Cincinnati Bengals, which isn't the best news for Jake Browning in Cincinnati, but for Sanders, he's that much closer to playing for the franchise now that Dylan Gabriel starting in front of him. If Gabriel struggles or gets hurt, the Brown could give Sanders a shot under center, something fans have been calling for since he dropped in the 2025 NFL Draft. And also fans have called for it when they saw Shedeur play in the preseason game. They said to give this man a chance. We'll see if that actually happens. If, what is the Browns' depth chart after the Joe Flacco trade? If it's Gabriel, then Sanders, then the injured Deshaun Watson, we assume. Not Deshaun Watson. I haven't heard that name in a long time, right? And so then with all this, and so then what's so funny about all of this is the news of the trade. You would think there would be interest in talking about the Bengals, except for they're talking about what the Bengals should have done. Instead, now Yahoo Sports, there's talking to the Browns. Andrew Berry, Kevin Stefanski's youth evaluation plan delivers Shedeur Sanders' long-awaited chance. No, he's still QB2. You guys, stop gaslighting. It says the Cleveland Browns traded Joe Flacco to the Cincinnati Bengals on Tuesday, finally giving Shedeur Sanders a chance to see the field, but he's not! Sanders is now Dylan Gabriel's presumed backup, meaning the team's 2 quarterback selections in the 2025 NFL Draft make up the team's plans under center, at least for the rest of the current campaign. The Browns have 2 picks in the 2026 NFL Draft after their historic draft night trade with the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jags might look a lot better than people have bargained for, though, making that extra pick they gave up their 2025 number 2 overall pick for a worse asset. Regardless of what the distant future holds, as the NFL Network's Cameron Wolfe noted, Sanders will now wear a headset on the sidelines at Huntington Bank and then elsewhere for the rest of the season. Wolf labeled it a, quote, youth QB evaluation in Cleveland. No. What? Flacco figures to get chances immediately in Cincinnati with Jake Browning struggling mighty following a strong start to the season. With Joe Burrow injured indefinitely from turf toe, Flacco is a proven veteran hand with plenty of experience playing in the AFC North environments who can potentially mitigate the damage. The Browns clearly didn't care about his experience any longer. It wasn't getting them anywhere, with Flacco accumulating 2 touchdown tosses and 6 interceptions through Cleveland's first 5 games. Had Flacco kept turnovers low, Cleveland.com's Mary Kay Cabot reported that the Browns would have likely kept the 40-year-old as QB1. Cabot didn't think that Kevin Stefanski, Andrew Berry, and company were in a rush to get Gabriel out there. Things dramatically changed for Flacco, then they changed for Gabriel. Now Sanders is 1 injury away from being Cleveland's starting signal caller, unless Stefanski wants to become a supervillain to the fans of the grown QB around the country and consider practice squad quarterback Bailey Zapp for backup snaps instead. You know what? It wouldn't even surprise me, because that's how petty the Browns organization is being when it pertains to Shedeur Sanders. It was like they wanted to humble him so bad, and they low-key tried to do it to Travis Hunter too, and Travis Hunter is balling out, and it's all about Deion Sanders. And what's crazy to me is that y'all loved Deion Sanders when he was in the NFL. As long as he was winning games, y'all didn't care about what Deion Sanders was doing off the field. As long as games were being won, as long as championships were being made and having, winning and all that stuff, y'all didn't care. Y'all did not care. But what y'all doing to Shedeur Sanders is absolutely deplorable. Because I think the latest comment prior to this trade was like, oh, well, he might get, some touches later on this season, basically indicating when the Browns officially are eliminated from playoff contention, officially when it is cold and it is in the wintertime and it is snowing and it's ice and everything else, then we'll throw Shedeur Sanders out there. No. But now the pressure has increased a gazillion for Dylan Gabriel to deliver, y'all. And the pressure is also on the head coach, I feel, as well, because ultimately, y'all made all of these crazy moves at the draft with this quarterback controversy situation, like something has to give. Something absolutely has to give. I am shocked that this trade for Joe Flacco happened. Like, I am really shocked that they just pulled the trigger this fast on Joe Flacco. Like, no opportunity for him to potentially earn his starting job back. Like just zilch, zip, nada. We'll just go on and throw you to the Bengals. Like, let's just get rid of you. But now it's so crazy because all of the accounts, whether it is Bleacher Report, whether it is the NFL, and even the gambling sites like MGM and DraftKings, they're all putting up billboards like, yes, Shedeur Sanders is QB2. No. Like, this is what I'm saying. It is a circus because there is this much hype, there is this much media attention for somebody who is not playing, who has not played an official NFL game. And y'all do not want to do anything about it to stop the controversy, to stop the talk, because y'all enjoy the media attention, y'all enjoy the clicks and views, and people paying attention to y'all. But y'all are doing this as what, a humiliation, as a humbling experience because of who his dad is? Like, it's so crazy to me. Y'all make a big deal. Y'all want to be the first at the scene trying to interview Shedeur. Y'all want to film him during the Browns games to see what his body language looks like, if he interacts with any teammates, what teammates does he interact with from, during the course of the game, who from the opposing team does he interact with when the game is over. Y'all are all over him for 24/7 coverage for somebody that is not playing a game. For somebody who is not the starting QB, for somebody that y'all said that, he wasn't that good anyways, right? Like, it's just crazy. But obviously, it's telling me y'all really do want to see him play. Y'all really do want to see him play, and we're about to get there sooner than people think, because I feel like this is more pressure now. It was one thing when it was just, Joe Flacco there, and he was QB2, and Shedeur was QB3. But now that Joe Flacco is gone, and Deshaun Watson is injured, like, now all the pressure's on Dylan to deliver. Dylan has to deliver, you guys. He has to, or it's going to get louder and louder for them to put in Shedeur. So that is it. That is all. Es todos, es final, es finito. It is the end of the line. It's the end of the road for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post a content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.